What's going on, fragrance family? And welcome back to My Two Cents. So today I was outside mowing the yard, all 14 acres of it, and thinking about what I'm gonna do for my next episode. And then it came to me. I'm gonna do my 10 best designer fragrances for the spring. I know everybody's doing it, but I've got something a little bit different. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some hyped fragrances in there, but I'm bringing back some OGs. So stay tuned. Hit that intro. Welcome back, fragrance family, to My Two Cents, the show all about boosting your confidence through the art of fragrance and becoming a lasting scent memory. And today we're going to talk about 10 best designer fragrances that you should be wearing this spring. So 2020 was a crap year, as we all know. And we really didn't get to enjoy going out and wearing fragrances, some of the fragrances that we grew up wearing, some of the fragrances that are new and super hyped. We didn't get to wear the moldy oldies, the OGs. So this spring, I'm bringing back some of those OGs and making them relevant again. I'm also bringing in some of those hyped monsters, those beastly new releases that came out last year and deserve to be worn in 2021. So let's get into the whiffs and sniffs. Real quick, guys, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I know I'm just getting off my feet with this. And if you're new to this channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Give me one of these. Leave me a comment down below of what you're wearing this spring, some that you think I should be wearing this spring, and some OGs that you are bringing back this spring. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm releasing new content. So I'm going to get right into it. These are not going to be in any particular order, except the last one. The last one is going to be my #1 fragrance that I'm going to be rocking this spring. Hell, even into the summer. But we'll get into that here shortly. So number 10, Acqua di Gio Profundo. Hyped, but totally deserves it. Notes are going to be citruses, lavender, sea notes. It's an attention-getting compliment puller. Takes that original DNA, amps it up with more of a blue essence, and the performance. I mean, it's so stinking good. I mean, so stinking good. It's Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani. How could it not be? The next one is going to be a little controversial, and I want to know in the comments below what you think about it. And that's going to be Dior Homme 2020. Yeah, it's completely different. They took the iris out. It's not the same DNA, but is it bad? No. It's great. It's amazing, in my opinion. Yeah, they changed it. Did they make it better? I wouldn't say they made it better, but it's still fantastic. Is Dior Homme Original amazing? Absolutely. I love it. I still wear it. I love all the Dior line. This is just a great addition to it. It's a compliment puller. Some of the notes are going to be bergamot, patchouli, isoe super, and cedar. I've gotten tons of compliments with it so far. And it's nice to actually be able to get compliments from it, because I haven't worn it all that much, as you can see, because I wasn't able to wear it much last year. But I think it's amazing. And if it can make Robert Pattinson smell good, it's got to be good, right? This next one, it's not going to be easy to find. And when you do find it, it might be pretty expensive. But if you can find it at a good discounted price, and when it does go back on discounters, I totally recommend picking it up. If you can find a decant and sample it first, do it. But I think it's worth a blind buy. And I know I'm your blind buy guy. So guys, also leave me a comment down below if there's anything that you would like me to blind buy, because I love adding things to my collection. I love helping you guys become a lasting scent memory. So, from the house of Terry Mugler, Crypto Mint. Yeah, this is incredible. So it takes that original Amen DNA and it adds mint. So the note breakdown's simple. Mint, geranium, patchouli, and tonka. It still has that Mugler DNA, but it's just bright and fresh. And Superman, you better be forewarned, man. You can't be walking around when somebody's wearing this, because it's Crypto Mint. And ladies love this. It is fresh and clean and bright, and you will get noticed. And you'll set yourself apart from everybody else, because I know there's not a lot of guys out there wearing this. And if they are, I haven't met them. So, Crypto Mint. Keep that in mind. So this house, they just released their Le Parfum. And it's come from the house of YSL. And the one that I'll be speaking of, because I think it's perfect for the spring, YSL Y, Eau de Toilette. I mean, not the best in performance, but none of the YSLs are really that great on performance, but they're captivating. They're just really good fragrances. Some of the notes are going to be aldehydes, geranium, incense, and ambroxan. This is just fresh, clean, bright, just like Crypto Mint, but with that Y DNA. It is definitely a compliment getter. And it's one of those fragrances that when your lady is nuzzled up on you, she's not going to want to stop smelling you. Now, the Eau de Parfum is awesome, but to me, that's more of like a date night. I mean, it can definitely be worn in the office, and it's definitely attention grabbing. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm wearing it right now. I think it's a great fragrance, but I really love the YSL EDT. And it doesn't get as much hype. I know Big Beard Business out there, man, I love your show, by the way, but he's got a great review and has added this into a couple of his spring reviews. Definitely when it came out, hype monster. And well deserved. So are the EDP and the Le Parfum. But YSL Y. This next fragrance comes from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. Ross over at TLTG Reviews has been hyping this for so long. In fact, he's been hyping it so much that I feel like Salvatore Ferragamo should be giving him money. And if they don't already, then they definitely should. And he actually inspired me to go out and get this fragrance. Why? Because it's cheap, it's blue, and it's freaking amazing. And it's not Dior Sauvage, and it's not Bleu de Chanel. Acqua Essenziale Blu. This is by far the best cheap blue fragrance I have ever put my nose on. It is beautiful. I paid $16.99 for this. And you can find them at your rack stores, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I'm going to say blind buy this. If you are a Dior Sauvage guy or a Bleu de Chanel guy, and you're tired of smelling like all your friends and everybody else in the world, this is what you need to go out and get. Some of the notes are going to be citrus, cardamom, lavender, benzoin, and tonka. It's incredible. It's incredible. I don't really have to say much more. I'll link down in the description below a couple of TLTG reviews, Ross's reviews, and you'll see what he says. He convinced me to get it, and I am so thankful because it's incredible. Incredible. Projection, performance, awesome. Done deal. Done deal. Next up is from the house of Prada. And it's not Prada L'Homme, not Prada L'Homme Intense. It comes from the Luna Rossa line. And this is by far one of my favorites. And this is my second bottle. And I would even say this is one of my signature scents, though I have many. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. This is Prada's take on Dior Sauvage. This is their ass kicker on Dior Sauvage. Do I have Dior Sauvage? Yes. Did I wear it a lot, and have I? Yes. Did I get tired of smelling like everybody else? Yep. And then I put my nose on this. Whoa. Whoa. Bergamot, pepper. It's got metallic notes. Coal carbon, which I don't even know what coal carbon is, except it kind of smells like coal in the best way. It's got metallic notes. This is a magnetizing fragrance. And of course it has ambroxan, which we all know Dior Sauvage is just full of. But this doesn't give me a headache. This performs and outperforms Dior Sauvage on me. And in my opinion, this is the new Dior Sauvage, just with a Prada label on it, with Prada branding, and just, in my opinion, better juice. This is great all year round, but I'm going to be wearing the crap out of it during the spring and summer, and I think you should too. Next up is going to be from the house of Nautica, and it's Nautica... Sorry, grabbed the wrong bottle. Nautica Voyage Heritage. Okay. Again, another cheapie. Yes, everybody has heard about and talks about Nautica Voyage being the #1 selling fragrance on Amazon. And it is. But this has the same DNA, but it's going to be a little bit of a woodier take. So, perfect for the springtime. It'll get through those chilly days and those warmer days and keep you smelling great. Some of the notes are going to be mint, ginger, lavender, and woods. It's a great fragrance. And you can get these at rack stores for like $10.99. That's how much I paid for this. Or $16.99. Some of the reviews on it aren't great, but try it for yourself. At that price, it's completely worth blind buying. You're not going to find a sample of it or a decant anywhere. And if you do, go ahead and pick it up. But for $10.99, $16.99, totally worth it. And for all those guys out there wearing Nautica Voyage and listening to the hype, don't you want to set yourself apart? Nautica Voyage Heritage. Same iconic DNA, just woodier. Next up, takes a DNA that was originated in 1974, amps it up, takes out as much citrus and aromatics, makes it a little bit more dark and woody, more masculine. Oh. And that is from the house of Givenchy, and that's gentlemen only. There's a reason they call this gentlemen only. This is going to attract those sophisticated women, the classy women, because this is going to make you smell like a classic, sexy, masculine gentleman. Some of the notes are mandarin, birch, vetiver, and musk. You can't go wrong with those notes. And they're done so well. It takes that fougere and modernizes it. It's clean, it's fresh, it's masculine, it's sexy. And this is a great office fragrance, a great casual fragrance, and I would even say if you're going to take that sexy, classy woman out on a date, this is what I would be wearing. Suit and tie, baby. Gentlemen only. So next up comes from the rock and roll house of John Varvatos, and it's... Damn, I did it again. Sorry, it's not Jeremy Fragrance. It's the original Artisan. I have had so many bottles of this. In fact, I wish I could see. I think there's only like a quarter of this bottle left. I did not get to wear it much last year because, again, I wasn't really wearing fragrances besides for myself because I was stuck at home just like you were. But I'm busting this OG back out. I've owned this fragrance since it was released. I love the bottle design. I wish I could see how much juice was left in it. It's the only downfall. But you can find it at discounters for great price. You can find it at your rack stores for $24.99 for a 75 ml. For 125 ml, $34.99. This is just a sensual, fresh fragrance. Some of the notes are going to be tangerine. Then you get ginger, orange blossom, musk, just to name a few. This is complex, just like all John Varvatos fragrances are. Yes, not the best performing whatsoever, but just a great fragrance. You can never go wrong when you mix citrus and ginger together in any fragrance. Any of them. I have gotten so many compliments over the years from Artisan, and I know this spring and summer it won't be any different. I'm bringing it back because everybody's going to smell like Artisan Pure. And everybody. And do you really want to just be like everyone else? Alright, so now we're going to do the only one of the fragrances in this list that is ranked. Are you ready? I've had this fragrance since 1994. This is my 11th bottle, and I'm almost halfway through it. This is the very first fragrance I ever bought for myself. And yes, I was 10 years old. God, I'm old. But this fragrance is not. Well, it is, but it's not dated. It's so amazing. In fact, this house produces tons of amazing freshies and some pretty awesome cold weather fragrances as well. And the house is going to be Issey Miyake. Fragrances, low DC, pour on. I've been posting this house and this fragrance a lot on my Facebook and Instagram. And there's a reason for it. It's just an amazing fragrance. It deserves hype. I was at my local fragrance shop the other day, and I just see it sitting up on the shelf. Nobody's talking about it. So I'm going to talk about it, and I'm bringing it back, because I'm going to be wearing the crap out of this. Spring, summer, fall, hell, maybe even in the winter. This and Acqua di Gio have been my #1 signature scent since they were released. Since I own them. I love it. Love it. Some of the notes are going to be citrus, yuzu, sage, lotus, saffron, and musk. And woods. The note breakdown on this is huge. It's old. It's almost 30 years old. But it's not dated. Do yourselves a favor. Get yourself a decant, a sample of this. Go to your local department store or wherever you buy your fragrances and try this. Help bring it back with me. It deserves it. Because nobody's wearing it, as far as I can tell. So, to set yourself apart, go try it out. If you like it, get it. And let's talk about it. With that being said, throw me a comment down below, guys. Let me know again what you're wearing this spring. How do you feel about Issey Miyake Low DC Pour On? Is it something that you would wear? Have you owned it before? Do you have any scent memories with it? Because I have tons that I'd like to talk with you about. Hit that subscribe button. Hit me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many of these as you can. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I'm posting new content. And guys, thank you so much again for your support. And thank you for watching my 2 cents and listening to my honest, unbiased opinions. Until next time, guys, happy scent trails. See you soon.